In the arms of
Every year, dozens of characters are horrifically injured by crickets after telling terrible puns. With a single 5-star review on iTunes, you can help them get the prosthetics they need and reduce their fear of cricket attacks. Let's not lose any more limbs. So lend a hand, a jelly hand. Oh, no! No, they're back! All of my limbs.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to Awful Neutral.
Hello and welcome to the Awful Neutral Podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Damian Mercado. With me, as always, is Clint Beiser as...
Artificarian.
Jesse Egan as...
Judd Bingsley.
Sara Lee Steiner as...
Gertrude.
Dave actually could not be here today. He is ill. He did not want to give his throat gonorrhea to anybody else, so thank you, Dave, for your considerateness. Yes.
He never wants to give it to us. It's crazy.
We beg. AG could not be here today. She had something come up. As well as Caleb Cleveland is doing something cool for kids on bikes, which you all should go out and buy. It's an incredible gaming system and one that may show up on this podcast someday in the future.
Yeah, or just buy some kids' bikes.
This doesn't benefit my family at all, Caleb explains to you guys. This benefits the thieves who stole children's bikes.
Ah, that's true.
No, I don't want to buy a child's bike, Jesse.
It fell off the back of the truck. We got a really good deal on this kid's bike.
How come it says Happy Birthday Ryan on this?
Oh, there's a little accident. Ryan's fine.
I bought it from Lothario.
I'm going to roll an insight check on Ryan being fine.
Last time on Awful Neutral, Gertrude's dudes were ambushed while secretly transporting the benevolent Lord Regent of Vestania, Bertrand Sandville, to an important council meeting at the Citadel. The rats of the Silent Horde were beaten back, but not before they managed to disable the party's transport vehicle. With were-rat ogres and bombers bearing down, the party ran for cover in a nearby cave. Before they could reach the cave, they were rescued by a tiefling biker named Genital Jax and his gang, the Bros of Anarchy. Jax said he would call the favor even and help Gertrude's dudes, repair their transport in exchange for chasing out or killing a rival crew. Meanwhile, the party left only to discover that the rival crew was not a gang, but a dance crew called the Waka Jabbas. After a dance-off that saw Gertrude's dudes shake and cheat their way to victory, it was revealed that the Bros of Anarchy had ruthlessly killed a Waka Jabba and only wanted them gone because the women in the area enjoyed their fresh dance moves. We join the party in the Waka Jabba's Dope Club as they discuss what the next step in their journey should be.
The loud music of the Waka Jabba's club blares. The crowd is still in awe of the dance competition. KB, the goblin head of the Waka Jabbas, is still amazed that the Genital Jax who was led in shackles turned out to be Chud Bingsley, a strangely good-spirited, if not deceptive, furbolg.
Alright, so how are we gonna deal with these Bros of Anarchy?
I believe, we can, as we said, try to convince them to be cool with you guys.
Okay. Unlikely, but I'm down with any plan that makes them being cool.
You know, offer them dance lessons or whatever so they can be cool like you.
Maybe we could beat them in some sort of competition. What are the Sons of Anarchy into? They don't like dancing, do they?
I don't know, they like motorcycles, probably like doing meth. I don't know, what a shit that dirtbag bikers.
I love doing math.
Yeah, Tiffy's real good. His full name is Arithmeticarian.
Listen, I highly doubt that you're going to get into a math off with these guys.
He's just a TI-98 on legs.
He loves math. I love moths.
Quick, what equation gives me boobless on a calculator? Oh, wait.
Meanwhile, Gertrude goes off and starts rearranging some of her clothing to look just like John Belushi from Animal House.
Math off, math off, math off.
You wearing a toga?
I'm in a toga.
I don't know. And he turns to the other Waka Jabbas. And you bros know math? We're going to do a math off?
They all kind of shake their head. One of the bachelorettes at the bachelorette party.
I know math. I'm a mathematician.
I hate her and she's a fake character.
Let's do shots.
You hear,
What about a motorcycle race? Maybe we could beat them in a race. Because you know what we do is we cheat.
Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum.
You know what? Actually, I mean, if you guys just didn't want to murder him, which again I'm not advocating for, I think they'd probably be down for a motorcycle race. In fact, I think they have an obstacle course they brag about
Oh,
near their clubhouse.
well, that sounds good. So would we take them on in an obstacle course race? You think, or the Waka Jab? So you guys have motorcycles?
And do we do the meth before the motorcycle or while we're on the motorcycle?
Actually, if you want to do that, we got some motorcycles. They're not like the big Harleys that these guys have. They're more like the street steampunk motorcycles. They're not like the rumbly, bigger chassis that is normally found on.
So they're not bo 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 bo. They're more like me 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 me.
No, ours are
ninjas?
wicked loud and wicked fast.
Ooh, Tifa, you think you could spruce them up?
Oh, very much so. I'm great at mechanical engineering.
Bertrand Sandville comes out of the restroom.
Did I hear there was going to be some sort of street race? I'd like to remind you guys that we got some NOS that was not used. Setting aboard the Battle Barge Large Mod. I'd be happy to volunteer any supplies to help soup up the motorcycles if it's going to help drive bullies and advocates and pawns of the 1% who are leaning on honest business owners like the Waka Jabbas.
I'm feeling the burn now. I think, yeah, we should get some of that nitrous oxide, put it in them motorcycles, and beat these sons of anarchy bitches.
I call dibs on leftovers.
She wants to huff some NOS.
That's fine, but yes, NOS would be a great idea.
Yes,
I could easily implement that.
Yes, my early platform of mine was to speak softly but carry a lot of NOS. Yes,
Also what his vows were.
speed bike diplomacy is what I've always been an advocate of.
I remember that about your early platforms. I did a lot of reading on your politics.
It's what got me into office in Vestania. It's what's keeping me there. All right. I want to solve all problems with bike races, even in the Senate, council meetings, whatever. All right, I'm going to go back to being silent. Good luck, too. I'm here if you guys need me. I remember I have a lot of advice about things.
Does he have any
Thank you, Bernie.
magical spells that he could do to like make the bikes better?
I do not. Personally, I do not. I do have a couple of rods of mending that I believe I gave to your friend TV, who could use to repair a bike. However, all I have is a bunch of replacement parts. Battle barges break down. Things that probably could be used to appropriate into any speed bike design that would perhaps help aid you in your race.
Where was that rod on our honeymoon?
I forgot y'all were married. Dang, there's so
Gertrude,
many subplots working
I'll have
right
you
now.
know, Gertrude, that I have learned many things. I was a young man when I met you. A young man who looked like a middle-aged man. But now,
You look like a middle-aged man when you were born.
correct, I was born a statesman. And Gertrude, I want you to know that I would leave Jane in a second if it would meant rekindling the passion that we had for affecting positive change in Vestania.
I'll get back to you on that one.
I'm willing to overlook your crimes of the past, Gertrude. I understand you've had some trouble with the law.
Question, real quick, now while we're on the subject. Can you have those expunged?
I'm a fairly high-ranking person in the Empire. I would imagine I could lean on some people to get that expunged.
You guys heard the politician. Get to the motorcycle racing. I'm gonna stick with him. I'm gonna help them go through these parts.
Thank you. Look, I'm going to draft a letter to Jane tonight
A Dear Jane letter?
and ask her if she'd be fine with an open relationship. There's an elven gentleman I know she's had her eye on, so I think this could work out just fine.
Okay, good thing you guys got that out of the way.
Oh my god.
KB,
You're welcome.
KB coughs. Maybe we could get back to, we're doing a motorcycle race? Because if so, we got some bikes. We have free.
Yeah, I say we challenge them. Maybe I'll go out there and challenge them, and Tiffy, maybe you could get started working on them bikes.
All right, but here's the thing. I only have 3 bikes, so only 3 of you can race.
All right. Luckily, there's only 3 of us here today. Wait, that was metagaming.
It's strange how that works.
Perfect.
Yeah, I've noticed that the turtle, the tabaxi, the Goliath, and the human are weirdly silent.
Yeah, they
They're probably just blown away by our sick dance moves.
They are speechless.
And my hammer.
Oh, wait, one of them's talking.
Should we see if they even agree first? And then, or should I soup up how do we make this play?
Well, I mean, if you want, we can probably have a race at noon tomorrow. And you guys could spend the night souping up the bikes in whichever way you want. But you probably need to go talk with them. I don't know if they might agree to the time or not.
I hate to be that guy, but aren't we on a schedule?
Listen, we absolutely are. Mr. KB, do you mind if I have just a second?
For you, Bertrand? Anything.
Please come here, Mr. Tiffy, Miss Gertrude. I mean, my sweet Gertrude, and Mr. Chud. Please come in close.
Yes, sir.
We do need to get there. However, it is you guys' decision. How you guys choose to get me to this is on you. But I personally would not feel right about having these walker jabbers leave. Now, I could turn my eye, just go back to the battle barge. That's fine. I work in politics. I understand that there's a dirty reality and things that we must do. Just so you know, it would not be the end of the world if we were to leave by noon tomorrow at the latest.
All right. Well, let me go parlay with them. I'll try to work it out. You work on repairing them bikes, get them souped up, and worst comes to worst. Now, here's my question: should we take one of these guys? Should we do a reverse dealio where I bring one of them like we got them captured?
You mean you want to disguise yourself as a Wakajaba?
I just love disguises.
You fooled me. So, you probably would need somebody closer to your size, though, and
well, I mean, I could take one of y'all. I mean, I could just pretend like I captured one of you.
Oh, okay, so...
No, I don't know if that helps us.
Well,
that would be dangerous for the Wakajaba.
Have you seen our dance moves? We are no stranger to danger, homie. I gotcha. I'll be the one you can bring. I don't want to wear handcuffs. Could you guys use some fake manacles or something?
Yes, I'll prestidigitate some laser manacles?
That wouldn't work. You could say minor illusion, though.
Minor illusion.
Okay. Minor illusion. Okay, sweet. Spell slot burn. Bam.
So I'll take him and go talk to Genital Jax. I asked the Wakajabas if they're okay with this plan of... Listen, Wakajabas, I got a question for you. If we bet these genital boys in a motorcycle race, here's the stakes. If we win, then there's a truce between y'all crews and no more violence can occur. And you got to teach them dance moves and share the ladies. And then they can give you some gold. I don't know what they're going to trade, some meth. But then if we lose, y'all going to have to beat feet and get out of town. I mean, save your hides.
You could always plan an ambush,
or we can kill them
us
all.
Losing. You could,
I suppose if we lose, we can triple threat.
No, you know what? If we're honorable dance crew, and we're putting our faith in you.
That makes one of our dance crews honorable.
I'm sorry. What are you trying to say?
Nothing really. We're just cheaters in a way.
What?
Nothing?
All right. It sounds like you said something to your brain.
Nah, I didn't.
Okay, that's weird.
It's my bird. He's just a chatterbox.
He's got a weird sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. If y'all lose, though, I mean, we could decide we want to ambush them and kill them all. But I mean, that's up to y'all.
We study a non-violent form of dancing martial art. We would prefer to avoid violence if at all possible. We're putting our faith in you to resolve the situation for us. And so if you guys feel that the best way to do this is a bet that forces us to leave town, we just hope.
I think we're just riding high on beating y'all and dancing. We figure we can beat these guys in racing. I don't know why we're deciding to take them on in what they're good at, but...
Man, do you think there's not going to be a rematch? There will one day be a rematch because the Wakajabis don't lose at dancing. However... Well, I mean, we lost, yes, that last time. We lost.
Just that one time.
But we'll get the dope-ass dance crew crown back. No matter what plan you decide to go with, we'll back you up. We just ask, don't lose.
Oh, I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Why don't we they don't know how long it's going to take us. So why don't we get our bikes ready and then challenge them so they don't have extra time to get their bikes ready? We just get the edge on them.
That's a good idea.
Mr. Warforged, sir, how long do you think it would take for you to...
Arithmetica carrying.
Soup up a bike? Our bikes
What do you say, DM?
I would say with Tiffy's, with the supplies readily available... Chud's assistance, getting the supplies over there. Since Tiffy has the tools on hand and he actually has that wand, I would say it might take Tiffy, depending upon what he wanted to do, how he was going to soup off the bike and justify it, I would say an hour and a half. And 2 hours total because you have to go get back to the battle barge to get everything.
Right. Okay. Well, he just said amount of time.
2 hours?
2 hours. Yeah, that's what I said. I said it'll be approximately 2 hours.
All right, what time is it right now?
It is early afternoon.
Okay. We're going to race at sundown, y'all.
Yeah, that's dramatic. I like it.
Yeah, and dangerous, too. All right. You get on the repairs, soup it up, get some nitrous in it. Gertrude, you want to come with me and we'll try to negotiate?
Okay.
Let's do it.
I've always been a natural chum.
We're going to use your charisma.
Yes, she has been a natural charmer. I'm sorry, that was meant to be said to just one person, Gertrude.
Keep it in your pants.
Bernie, you want to come with us? I mean, Bertie?
I guess I'd be more than happy to attend this diplomatic meeting.
We could use some of your debating prowess.
Yes, I'd be happy to help moderate this.
Shake your hand out. We go talk to the genital boy.
Right. You exit the Wakajabba's club. You go through the dark cave. You know that there's no danger now, so you confidently stride through. When you exit the cave, you see Genital Jax with the 3 other bros of anarchy that he showed up with originally. They are leaning against their bikes. They seem to be just bullshitting. You see them making like graphic gestures about like grabbing boobs and stuff like from a distance. You can't hear what they're saying, but it sounds like a conversation you wouldn't want to be a part of.
Yeah. We approach. I have one of these Wakajabbas. What was his name?
KB.
I have KB in tow, pretending to be a captured prisoner, a Wookiee.
Genital Jax turns around, sees you guys approaching. You're about 50 feet away, says loudly to you, "You guys took long enough. You know, long like my, and like kind of eyes down at his crotch. Trying to say I'm big is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Inside check on that wiener.
I see you brought us the leader of the Wakajabbas. Man, you guys are good.
Thank you. Yeah, it took a little while, but we got him. But here's the thing. I'm not sure we just want to hand him over to y'all. We did what you said. We defeated him, but we got a little wager for you. Here's the deal. We'd like to take y'all on in a motorcycle race. We know you're the best around, and we just think it would be a lot of fun. And here's the thing. You've already won. I mean, you got these guys dead to rights, but what we're hoping for is a little fun wager. If we win the motorcycle race, y'all got to have a truce with these boys and not kill Mr. KB. All right? We want a truce between y'all two crews and move on in peaceful unison where they teach y'all how to dance and you teach them how to transport meth and be dicks or whatever. Now, if we lose, then these guys got to beat feet, get out of town, or you can kill them all and whatever you want. Plus, we'll give you a bunch of gold.
All right, I'll take that. I also want your battle barge. We will get up and leave. No violence, no double cross. Bro of Anarchy's word is his bond.
You want to bet large marge?
Listen, how confident are you guys that you can win this?
Well, we're real good cheaters.
It would be, okay, wait, are you saying that there was some sort of deception? You guys have a history of deception?
I'm just saying, going forward, we're real good cheaters.
Understood, he wins.
I believe, I did not think we could beat those Wakajabbas. I'll be honest with you, Bert.
I get what you're saying. You cheated during the dance match.
Well, it may have been part.
It fooled me. I will say, it fooled me. If you could bring that same level of cloak and dagger deception to this thing, I will let you wager large marge the battle barge.
I mean, to be honest, we don't have much to lose. Even if we do lose, I think we can whip these boys with the help of the Wakajabbas. So, I mean, we might as well give it a shot.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we've only seen 4. There could be more. But, I mean, who's to say?
Okay, wait a second. I'll tell you what. Genital boys, I want to amend that bet. If you win, you'll take our battle barge. But if we win, we want y'all to throw in 2,000 gold for our party.
All right. If you're willing to sacrifice the battle barge, we'll meet that demand, 2,000 gold. But we'll also give you our hogs. There's been a lot of aftermarket modifications onto these bikes. A lot of love has been put into them.
Nice. I summoned my nightmare horse, and I'm going to give you my steed.
Oh, God. He
Good
pulls
Lord.
All the gang pulls out their weapons and is like aimed
shoot
at
the horse.
Kill it with fire!
And he's all, it's a good fucking milkshake.
When do you want this race to be?
We'd like to have the race at sundown. The dramatic time for all races when the sun is directly in your eyes.
Well, sundown, that's usually when ladies get a peek of old huge jacks, as we call them. But, you know what?
The ladies who give the peeking with the peeping.
Roll a seduction check. Add your charisma and add proficiency, because Gertrude, I will assume at this point, is proficient at seduction.
She is. She's getting better and better.
17, like almost legal 17.
He kind of looks at you.
What? Why?
Well, in the state of Washington, it is legal.
Why do you know that?
Why?
Gertrude rolled a 17 for seduction. She gonna get on that corn on the cob.
Although it's not part of the bet. I'll take a night with your old lady over here.
My old lady?
Yeah, I get a night with your old lady.
Bessie Bingsley?
I'm actually significantly younger than him.
You're not.
In my heart.
Insight check.
How's Bertrand feel about this?
Bertrand, listen, you guys cannot lose now. Listen,
We can't let my holy reputation be tainted.
I'm not going to sit here and allow for human trafficking she's a human being. She's not something to be won or lost in a bet. She's something to be won in a democratic election.
So no human trafficking, just
Motorcycle trafficking.
I think, here's the deal.
This is my opinion. Gertrude, you can do whatever you want. You're your own woman. I would never reduce your autonomy, but I've spoken.
Yeah, Mr. Genitals, I can't put that into a bet, but I'll say this. If y'all win, she gonna sleep with you for sure.
I'm gonna sleep with you anyway.
Yep. See?
Just a matter of, do you want to do it now or before the race?
She's being forced to say that. I believe she's being forced to say that under duress. Go ahead and have your race, Mr. Genital Jacks.
Sorry, Bernie, but she likes these motorcycle types. You should see their abs. It's ridiculous.
I do like the abs.
All right, yeah, I'm going to show your old lady just how Genital Jacks got his name.
That's real gross. I don't like the sound of that at all, but you do what you got to do, genitals.
Do you like the sound of that?
Yes. Jack me up, Daddy.
Yikes.
I like that. All right, well, I'll tell you what, like you
He
said.
sure ain't no gentleman, Jack.
I'm so uncomfortable.
That I am not.
He is. Are there crickets for that one?
Yeah, so,
Can the crickets watch?
Oh, God.
we're doing this at sundown?
Sundown, yep. You probably only got about 3 hours in which to make sweet, sweet love.
Oh, I don't need 3 hours. I always come first.
Yeah, I don't know. She may never walk again, but
Oh,
because
my goodness.
they call me Genital Jacks for a reason.
Y'all gonna be all right to race against each other after all this hobnobbery?
Listen, I would prefer it that we just stuck to the racing.
Bern, you want to race
Knob on this
instead?
corn on the cob.
Listen, if that's the only way if that's the only way to win over Gertrude, then I will don a motorcycle helmet and I will race.
Do you want him to race in your stead while you sleep with Genital Boy? You want Bertie to jump on the hog and
Only if you have an Evil Knievel helmet.
he can race for your love?
If that's the type of gentleman you want, a man who's good on a motorcycle, perhaps I would be willing to. I've already put my battle barge on the line. Pink slips, bro.
Are we about to grease it? Of like, you better shave up?
I understand that reference. I saw it in theaters.
I think you got to race with us, Bertie.
The only race I race is the race in the sheets.
Excellent. Okay, tell you what, gentlemen. All right, we're Team Gertrude's dudes, and we're going to win this race.
That's what I like to hear.
Bring it in, team.
Bring it in, Bertie.
Bertrand starts high-fiving Tiffy and Chud.
We got this.
Be careful, don't throw out your back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he mentally
He starts high-fiving Chud.
You, me, and Tiffy are going to win this race. All right.
right.
All right, you're on, Mr. Genital Jacks. You are on.
It's personal now, Genital Boy.
Come on, let's go.
All right, we break.
Just meet by our clubhouse. It's just north of the mountains right there. We got a little course we call Baylock's Highway.
All right, and no, don't be too scared when we show up with our ninja bikes.
Yeah. Don't be too scared by the bulge in my pants all the time, homie.
All right,
I never
promise
scare.
I won't be. Gertrude, are you going to stay here, or what's going on?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to stay for a minute.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to hold on to this little piece here.
Maybe you
It's
want
not
to
so little.
keep my bird with you just in case.
Okay, come on, Hudson.
I'll have Hudson stay with her.
Can't say his name.
Hudson, stay.
Hudson, you like to watch? Let's go.
Hudson covers his eyes.
Hudson falls to the ground because he covers his eyes in mid-flight. But he gets up and flies over to Gertrude's shoulder. Okay. It was a very good stunt fall for comedic effect. All right, so you guys go back to the Wakajava's lair. He shows you the garage in the cave. He shows you 3 street bikes. These are good street bikes.
They look like they are stock, fast bikes. However, TV can tell from looking at them that maybe these Wakajabias are more specialized in dancing and not fixing up bikes. There's very little aftermarket modifications done. Tiffy, what are you doing to the bikes?
All right, so for Chud's bike, I want to find a way to let him supercharge it with arcane energy to like have like a spell infusion module that allows his spells to like give the bike a boost.
Okay, roll me a d20. I'm going to say this happens. This is just going to be how good it is.
Okay.
So can I do a help action for this of any kind?
You were not there. This is why you guys were gone.
Okay.
Can I get like any of my other party members that aren't here to help me?
You can have Rust help you.
I'll have Rust help me. Okay.
Okay, so this owl is dancing around, picking up wrenches and moving anything he needs closer to Tiffy.
It's like Cinderella, but not.
Yeah, you like as Tiffy's scurrying around, he's like moving extension cords and things that Tiffy might trip on.
Tiffy rally.
He's making a dress so that Tiffy can meet Prince Charming.
Holding up the lantern at the right angles and all this stuff. Okay.
Maintaining your sweet rust beard.
I'm going to give myself guidance. Plus, 10 on my tinkering. 28.
You rolled 28?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. With this bike, any spell that Chud casts, he can cast it 2 levels higher for free. With a 28, it was just going to be 1, but with a roll that high.
Okay. Okay. That works.
Yeah.
And, well, it's not Gertrude anymore. I don't know that.
Bernie.
You could say that it was going to be for Gertrude. You didn't know who was going to race.
Yeah.
You just maybe had one for a caster.
I was going to do the NOS on one bike.
Okay.
There could be a sidecar. That wouldn't take long to attach a sidecar.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe to design one that was light enough and didn't slow down the bike. Each of them can have NOS.
Okay. In that case, to one bike, we'll do the sidecar. That'll be for Bertrand or whatever. I thought Bertrand and Gertrude would ride together or whatever else.
Well, you keep on. You have other party members too. So like there's still Kevin and everything. So you might have thought it was Kevin or whatever.
Whoever's gonna ride, I make a sidecar. To add some more.
Time out. Can you spray paint on that one? Gertrude's boo.
Would Tiffy do that?
No. I would not do that.
But would Clint do that?
So yeah, I make a sidecar modification to add some more muscle to our, team.
Okay, so go and give me a D20 roll. We're gonna see if this is extra weight. Even if you do a really good job designing it, the rider inside will still cause extra weight.
That's just a straight luck roll or something?
Tinkering check.
Okay, the same thing. Yeah. 30.
Well, yeah, this was a mark of human engineering. It's like those solar cars that are so fuel efficient that back when solar cells sucked, they could go for 100 miles just because the car had no wind resistance. You essentially designed one of those as a sidecar.
Awesome.
That doesn't in any way inhibit the driver's ability to shoot out the window or shoot or attack in any way.
Okay. All right, so I tinker up.
Lothario could have wandered into the room, and
I got a slice of pizza in my mouth. Also, in the fantasy world.
Oh, hello,
hey.
Lothario.
Hey, what's going on?
I just made this sidecar for one of our party members to join in the ride, so we can have 2 on one of our bikes.
Lothario immediately licks his hands and then touches the sidecar. Dibs.
Oh, very well then.
That works, right?
Just goes back
can I
to
just
buffing
lick
out
things and claim them?
I'm gonna say that this was designed for Lothario to be in. So part of the design is it's very free and mobile for somebody to shoot a crossbow or something out of. So
I got all those ball bearings that need to be dropped.
Gotcha. And also because the race is the race, you need to be agile.
Congrats, your balls are dropping.
You can hear it in my voice.
This sidecar only has one mono wheel at the bottom, so that it doesn't decrease.
Last bike, I want to make it so that Tiffy can integrate himself into the bike.
Okay.
Like Superman 3 scenario where you become the cyborg lady machine.
Okay. Like this bike doesn't have circuitry per se, but what we can say is that you find ways to.
I'm removing weight and becoming part of the structure of the bike as well, so that I can my heavy Tiffy self can have a low center of gravity on this thing, and yeah.
Okay, that'll happen.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. I think you know your anatomy well enough. But I will say that there is a downside to this.
Okay.
Your AC is significantly lowered because you're getting rid of a lot of the armor that is just part of your natural chassis. You're getting rid of anything that is not needed to structurally support you walking upright. You will be able to walk upright. Just know that your AC will take a little bit of a hit.
Okay.
Because of this. So go ahead and subtract 5 from your AC until you reattach those parts.
Good deal. So yeah, parts of the bike are coming off, parts of me are coming off, and we're like gonna be melded together basically for the race.
Which is good because that actually answers how I would address your weight, because you are much heavier, and that would affect the speed of your bike. But you have compensated for that. Good thinking, Tiffy.
All right.
At this point, Tiffy is completing the last of his modifications. It is that point where Chud, Bertrand, and KB, the Waka Jabba, return. As Gertrude's dudes prepare for the race, getting the bikes ready, getting them ready to be transported to the Bros of Anarchy clubhouse and racetrack, Genital Jack says to Gertrude, "Hop on the back of my hog. I'll show you the clubhouse."
Oh boy.
He motions for he throws a helmet to Gertrude and motions for her to jump on the back of his bike.
Could she roll to catch the helmet?
Did she catch it, or does it just smash her?
Yeah,
in the
you guys
face?
were asking that, and I'm thinking about the puns.
Dexterity check.
The puns pass as long as she rolls on the helmet catch.
Ooh, natural 19.
Oh.
Gertrude catches it with one hand, but like palms the head of the helmet, like this isn't her first time on a motorcycle.
She catches it almost before it leaves his hand with her jelly hand and just like whips it onto her head.
Locks eyes with him and goes,
I always use protection.
I don't.
Oh, spicy.
Those genitals are getting more jacked.
You have to understand, they don't make prophylactics big enough for men like me. And then he revs his motorcycle, and they head off.
It's really overselling it.
Yeah. I mean, she's already into you, dude. Like, how thirsty.
I usually bang Luxodon women.
They need love too.
After winding your way through the canyons and mountains, so you see a tin shack, but it has plenty of neon signs that say beer, XXS. There's one that has...
There's also a sign that says massage in neon, but also has air quotes in neon over the massage.
And as you pull up, you see a ton of bikers.
They're barking.
Yeah, they're like,
Come to a comedy show. We got a comedy show, bro.
You see there's a couple of them are gathered around like a bare-knuckle boxing match between a couple of the other ones. Other guys have money up in the air. All of them are wearing their Bros of Anarchy leather cuts. By the way, I'm describing Sons of Anarchy, but I want everybody to remember there's like a Victorian steampunk spin on this. So like a couple of them wearing like top hats and stuff. All of the ones who are helmets, they all have that like German World War I spike at the top.
Do they all have like frilly French cuff sleeves?
Some of them have monocles.
Cut off. The frills are coming out of the cuffs at the shoulders, and like the leather cuts over that.
Oh, okay. They cut the sleeves off some formal jackets, and they're rocking them like vests, but long, like a creepy dude that you'd see coming back from like a burner festival or something. Not to knock on all burners.
But burners are weird.
But they, I mean, you look in the mirror every once in a while.
There is a portion of the crowd that is exactly as Sal has described. There's plenty of dudes swigging hard alcohol. With Jax, you pull right up to the head of the club as Genital Jax's motorcycle's coming through. All of them like kind of give him a nod. You could tell that this is certainly a person of respect in this club. Perhaps even leadership.
Not just middle management.
All right, he stops the motorcycle. He gets off. Let me show you the clubhouse.
Okay, show me.
He takes you inside. You see an older tiefling female. Looks like she was married to Al Bundy at some point. She's cleaning mugs off behind the bar. Jax, who you bringing home?
My name's Gertrude.
I didn't ask you. I asked him. Mom, this is some fine lady who's interested in seeing if she can handle Jax the Mountain.
Yeah, bitch. What he said.
Jeez. She gets angry for a second, acts like she's reaching under the bar for a weapon, and then kind of chuckles. She's something special, Jax. Hold on to her.
Is it a bottle that she pulls out? What's under the...
Yeah, you could tell she moves her hand to something else, pulls out a bottle. Who wants shots? She pulls out a
liquid
fine
meth.
Tabaxi tequila and starts pouring shots.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, I got a motorcycle race coming up later, so I'll just take 3.
Loosen up.
Just take 3.
I'm just taking 3, and he does them in quick succession.
Hudson jumps onto the bar, too. I can see through Hudson's eyes, right? He walks his way onto the bar like, I want one.
This is one sick bird. I love it. And she pours a shot for Hudson.
And then he dies again.
Wait. Side plot. Can Hudson work his way to getting a tiny little vest during his time there? It would be so cute.
If Hudson wants to do something to become a member of the gang, by all means.
Be a little bro.
I'm looking through his eyes, and I'm drinking whiskey as him. And
Hudson outdrinks Jax's mom.
Oh, yeah, we have a
We'd have to see that
contest.
right,
Hudson's like, bring it on.
all right, roll me a Constitution check, and go ahead and keep rolling until you get under 8.
And small bird.
Yeah, Hudson probably does not have a lot of Constitution, but
No. Okay, so 16 is my first roll.
Hudson slams one shot. She rolled a 12.
Okay.
So they both
spreading.
You guys both take the shots, but Hudson kind of takes his a little quicker and like doesn't seem to be reacting as much. Second shot.
He's all, bring it on.
15. She slams down a shot.
9.
This is one cool bird. 9.
9.
Hudson slams the shot, then starts gagging for a second.
He does this shake when all the feathers go up.
He starts molting a little bit.
Hudson, despite being a purple celestial hawk, is starting to turn a little green. The tiefling lady smiles at the bird respectfully and then rolls a 15.
Hudson rolls an 8.
Hudson brings the shot up to his bird beak, and then upon sniffing it, he just loses it all over the ground.
I just projectile vomit everywhere on the bar. I start flying around the
Just
room.
so much vomit.
I want to throw up and fly at the same time.
Can he? Can he fly?
Oh, it's just
and
like how
throwing
when
up.
cats throw up, they keep backing up, and he's just like
I
flying
want him
in
to
reverse.
flap around, just spitting up everywhere.
Lady, is this bird with you? Because he's an honorary bro of anarchy. That was amazing. I've never seen a bird have a shot. Usually most birds are pussies.
Yeah, give him like 15 more minutes. He'll be ready to go again.
Him and I got something in common. Wink. Winks at you.
The anticipation is killing me, Jax. Let's take this to the bedroom.
Yeah, I probably should loosen up before.
Show me your favorite pool table.
Gross. Because I was actually just thinking, like, they wouldn't have bedrooms.
Well, Hudson throws up again.
I'd love to give it to you and like show you the beast right now, but I got a motorcycle race coming up in a few hours. I feel like I should probably.
Why are you giving me excuses? If you were really the man you are, you wouldn't have to rest up for this race.
What? All the stories you've heard about Big Jax is true. First off, let's get that. I don't like the implication.
Then let's see it.
Roll a persuasion check.
And for our audience out there,
Intimidation at this point.
I will let you sub it up for intimidation, but you better talk more mean.
I feel like this is where we finally get the Patreon. And we're like, if you want the X-rated content.
Yeah. Gertrude grabbed Gentle Jax's less than impressive shaft.
Both of my intimidation and persuasions are +0.
Were you trying to intimidate his penis?
What'd you roll?
No, I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3? No means no, okay?
Okay, I know. I get it. I understand what you need.
But hey,
I want you to sit there, okay? And I'm gonna put on a show for you. You just relax, and we'll see what happens naturally.
okay, should we go to another room or something, or should we do this in front of my mom?
You should keep that cough.
I just told you to show me to your favorite pool table.
Mom, could you leave the room? We're gonna need the pool table.
Yeah, absolutely, Jax. Take the bird and go.
No, leave the bird. Hudson covers his eyes.
Birds are.
Gertrude goes over to a jukebox nearby and tries to seductively do that like hip bump to the jukebox to get it started, but definitely just brews something and tries to walk it off like,
Oh, yes.
Roll me a luck check to see if the jukebox starts.
Luck check.
Bum, bum.
Anything over a 10. It's just a straight roll.
that was an 8.
It's an 8?
an
The
8.
jukebox does not start. Gertrude hits her hip up against the jukebox. You could tell it hurt her. She's kind of limping. But she walked away, I think, expecting the jukebox to start, but it does not.
She turns back around and
Hudson
goes,
starts singing, though, for her.
Oh, thank you, Hudson.
I'm just a bachelor looking for a partner. Quah.
I've never heard this song before, but it sounds dope.
It's Pony! And then he throws up again.
What a gentleman.
I am not, but thank you. I appreciate it.
I can tell that deep down, you're secretly soft.
Who said that? I'm rock hard right now, sister.
Okay, you ready for a show?
Now, before this starts, roll me a seduction check, and if you roll well, you can describe whatever you want.
So with my modifier, it's a 6.
Gertrude, would you mind describing this terrible dance? Be as unseductive as you can. Go for it.
Yes.
So Gertrude is moving her hips in a 8-like pattern, but a little stiffly because that hurt on the.
I don't know why I'm doing it in Gertrude's voice.
It's better this way. Come on, keep going.
It's better. It's a little painful to keep moving my hips, but I'm gonna do it. But my arms seem to be doing a different rhythm than my hips. And while I'm doing that, my jelly hand is kind of just sagging and slipping off my arm a little bit. And I keep trying to pick it up, but it is definitely not sexy because there's like a jelly thing oozing from the top of it. Meanwhile, I'm trying to take off my top, but because of all the jelly coming out, my finger keeps slipping, so I can't get the buttons.
Jax is visibly unaroused and uncomfortable in the room.
The bird tries to crawl out of the room.
He's like trying to slowly back up.
Now, maybe it's getting late. Maybe I should just rest up a little bit before the race.
You know what? I've been focusing on me. What do you want?
Right now, just to get ready for the race, but...
What do you want me to do to you to help you get ready for the race?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, my shoulder's a little tight. Probably give me a massage.
I can give you a massage. Do you see the jelly hand? It is meant for massages.
Roll your third and final seduction check.
18 plus 3, 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lizzo songs start playing, but all of them at the same time.
I feel so confident and empowered right now.
Girl, you look like you're feeling yourself.
Is that a flute?
Where's it going?
Gertrude walks behind Gentle Jax. He's a little kind of apprehensive at first. This is turning out to be a really bad booty call so far. But he closes his eyes, especially because the jelly hand that's leaking kind of disgusts him. And he kind of flinches when it touches his shoulder. However...
That jelly hand is full of icy hot, so it feels great.
Now you're gonna grab his dick at some point, and that's...
It's gonna burn.
Okay. Is there icy hot on that? Is the mystery fluid inside the jelly hand icy hot? Is that what we're hearing?
Wait. We gotta remember that it has been grape jelly before. It's been.
It has fermented grape
it's been
jelly.
Mustard. I think it's been.
Now it's just.
It's whatever liquid I can
It's been
find.
moonshine.
How do you think? Oh, yeah, you're right. You know what? You need to get consistent here, Gertrude.
How is this on me?
There's multiple digits. Each one can be different.
Guys.
Oh, nice. One's horsey sauce.
Just like a doctor, I have to change my jelly hand glove on a regular basis, and so I just fill it with whatever the nearest liquid is, and it just happened to have been icy hot when I filled it this morning.
Okay, there we go. That's a narrative. Just jelly hands on his shoulder, the icy hot's leaking over, and to his surprise, all of his tension's just relaxing away. In fact, when he closes his eyes, it's actually kind of an erotic experience. Gertrude, you eventually work your robot arm. Inspector Gadget kind of slithers down his chest, his washboard abs like a snake. He does not react. He does not push your hand away. Before you get to his package, May, before you get there, there's something you should know. It's really cold in here right now. And like, I just, I'm also like really nervous because of this. So like, I may not be as huge as I normally am. Gertrude's hand winds down and hits Gentle Jax's package. It is that moment she discovers that there's a lot of talk about this package, but there's very little walk for this package.
It's not even a crawl.
He is average at best, and that is just from the cursory feel. In fact, you're pretty sure that there's small balls in there too. There's no part of this package that's average.
Hi, I'm Salvador Viesca, and I just want to say that people that are average at best are still people.
No. I want.
No, they're not. In fact, we should. I mean, we shouldn't do anything bad to them, but like, we should totally.
I would say Jax is like Ken doll status.
He's a step above Ken doll. So, Gertrude, you've just discovered this information. You could tell Jax is a little apprehensive, but he's very into this moment. Yeah. Sorry, it's so cold in here.
Gertrude leans in to whisper in his ear.
I am going to tell everyone.
What?
Starts to feel
Gertrude
the burn.
runs.
Does he start
Gertrude
to feel
books
the
it
burn
out.
from the icy hot?
Come on, Hudson, let's go.
The bird pops up and starts going, 2 inches, 2 inches, and starts flying around the room. 2 inches.
And then another biker's like, you can trust his eyes. He's a bird of prey.
So you just run straight out the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Does his icy hot start tingling his feathers at this point?
I'm
Yes.
gonna hope that's gonna be it's gonna reduce his abilities, right?
Yeah. Well, icy hot doesn't kick in right away.
Yes.
So you've touched it. Gertrude takes off running. He starts pulling up his pants, surprised.
No, no. Oh my God, they're burning. Ah! Bros of Anarchy! Bros of Anarchy! Get her! Get her! She's a liar! The thief, don't believe anything she says! She's a don't believe her! Don't
He's like falling down, trying to pull up his pants, get around his ankles. He's also holding his crotch because it's burning in pain.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Gertrude, go ahead and just give me a stealth check. We're gonna say you left out the back.
I always leave out the back.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
You just- You can say the
16.
second thing that comes into your mind.
There is no second thing. It's just that. Everything I say is the first and only thing in my mind. Yeah, it was a 16.
It's a good roll.
I'm doing okay, but Hudson's giving me away because he just keeps yelling.
2 inches, 2 inches.
Roll with disadvantage now. To help in your escape, Hudson flies away yelling, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. Flies into some trees that are on the edge of the mountain so that the musket fire and 6-shooter fire that is coming after the bird. In fact, just go ahead and roll me a general. You can use your stats if you want, Chud. We're going to see if Hudson is able to avoid fire. Just roll a dexterity check or saving throw.
6.
2 inches, 2 inches.
Chud feels a disturbance in the force.
Does he have an advantage because he was drunk, so he's not it doesn't hurt him as much?
No, there were a lot of
What
bikers.
do you think alcohol does to people?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think
what
it makes you
does to
better?
Mythical animal
Does it give you
creatures.
powers?
Yes, it makes me funnier.
His flight pattern was more erratic and harder to predict.
When he lands on the ground, he tries to call one of the bikers over. Come closer. 2 inches.
What does that mean? He said 2 inches. Jax! Jax, what's he mean, 2 inches?
Come close.
Don't believe her, bro! Don't believe her!
General Jack is tiny downstairs.
So, Gertrude, you know that in just about an hour, the rest of your party is going to be showing up here, and it's going to be a pretty decent walk. So, your best chance of reuniting with the party is just to kind of wait in the hills.
Okay.
And just hide out.
And catch up to them when they start coming this way to tell them.
Yeah, so Gertrude's going to join you guys on the road. We're going to say that Gonk, Malison, and Kevin decided to stay with the rest of the Wakajabas and learn fresh dance moves.
Awesome.
Chud's on his motorcycle. JB or KB is riding KB is riding Bitch right behind Chud. He has his little goblin arms around Chud. Tiffy there's no room for anything.
His motorcycle?
Yeah, Tiffy transformed into a motorcycle with a lot more steps, but essentially he's a transformer in motorcycle mode.
It's a Cybertruck now.
Bertrand driving. He's wearing like a really old style antiquated biker helmet. He has huge goggles on too. Thario is in the very well designed sidecar to the left.
You and I, we got this. You and I, we're gonna win this.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this for Gertrude.
As you guys are going up the road, you see Gertrude just about a mile outside of the clubhouse destination that KB has told you.
Guys,
You guys can't hear the psst, but you can see Gertrude waving at you on the side of the road.
With the jelly hand, like 20
on a
feet in the
delay.
air.
It's kind of like on a delay with the rest of the body motion because it's like, yeah.
All right, Bertrand pulls over. He's the only one with room left on the back of his motorcycle.
You going somewhere?
I have to tell you guys something very, very important. It's gonna help you with the race. Genital Jax ain't got no genitals.
I know it. I freaking know it. Nobody could have that much of a genetic gift to be sexy and be packing. That's why Bertrand Sandville is packing.
He winks at Gertrude.
Good Lord. By the way, did you see what happened to my horse?
Can I roll for earplugs?
What happened to my bird?
We'll get back to Hudson first. This is the immediate thing we need to resolve now.
Okay.
Earplugs, Lothario.
You guys start the motorcycles after you guys continue to the clubhouse.
Am I coming with you guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, we just get the news
just
and drive
leave me.
away.
You don't have to. I said you're on the back of Bertrand's motorcycle.
Go ahead and hang on tight, baby. I drive fast.
Oh, you're so much squishier than I remember.
That's right. I am wonderful to lay on.
I hear that all the time. Is that not a good thing to hear from women?
He's so ergonomic.
You grow into it. You grow into it, Mr. Lothario. Really? With that tight feet?
You look so squishy in your photos. They tell me all the time.
Really, Lothario, listen, whoever's telling you you're fat, you need to get that person out of your life, because they're just being needlessly negative. Look at you, you're cut, bro.
Toxic.
I would trade bodies with you in a second, Mr. Lothario.
I would trade my body for your body, too.
No comment. I pull out the earplug. I just pretend like I didn't hear that.
You guys arrive at the clubhouse. Genital Jax comes out. He sees Gertrude on the back of the motorcycle. Don't believe anything she says. She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. But hey, I'm here to kick your ass and win a barge.
Seems like you got a lot of small dick energy there.
I told you it's cold. And none of you believe her. All of you guys know I'm packing heat. I tell you guys all the time.
He's packing icy heat.
I can tell that he just got the burning to stop. He's still kind of uncomfortable and walking like a little bit of a waddle.
Well, listen, compensation aside, we're ready to race. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. And he hops on his motorcycle. Follow me.
Jax, how you gonna ride a hog when you ain't got no hog?
She's getting inside your head.
I'm pretending I'm eating the bigger person, and I'm pretending that I can't hear that.
Can I find a way to get a blowhorn or one of those like loudspeaker things, or is there one at this track where I can just start saying insults to him while he's racing?
As it turns out, there is an announcer's booth at this racetrack. So, Gertrude, you want to do color commentary?
Yes.
Heckling from the side.
Can Lothario pull out his earplugs and hand them to Jax?
No, why are you helping the enemy?
I think it's kind of funny.
You're a monster.
Thank you. Ear protect. Once your hearing's gone, it never comes back. Thank you. I don't want to take away from yours, brother.
Hey, no, it's okay, man. I've just kind of always felt bad for your kind, so anything I can do to help.
My kind? I do it to tieflings?
And I just keep on looking down at his like.
It was a lie.
Face.
It was a lie. Listen, I'm huge. I'll show you right now. If you weren't so like gay and wanted to look at it, I totally would.
Hey, Jax, why are you putting your dick in your ear?
He throws down the earplugs.
Let's just start the race.
She's implying your wiener's the size of earplugs.
So
you didn't get it.
Team Wakajabas pulls up to the starting line. Shortly after that, Genital Jax pulls up. On his left, you see the large, dumb-looking orc gentleman. I believe he's referred to as Ophi.
Okay.
And next to him, you see a smaller, younger, dark-skinned human with a mohawk. He has Smoothie on the side of his helmet.
Okay, so that's their three.
That's their three.
Tiffy pulls up to Genital Jack and pulls his head out of the motorcycle mode and just says, "It's a fairly common medical condition. There's nothing to be ashamed of."
Being a liar is a medical condition, and she's a liar. We should get that looked at. There's pills that would help that.
Actually, I heard there's pills that can help you too, like the testosterone pills or something. Tiffy would know about that.
Just revving his Harley.
I think it's called Kleinfelters.
And then I just say, "I don't have genitals either."
And he reaches for a high five. I like how we don't fear these guys, but we're still abiding by their rules.
One quick rule about the course. This is a huge rule. No intentional damage to the bike. But there's a biker's code. I won't damage your bike. No purposeful damage to another man's hog. You could take a man's head off, but you don't touch his hog.
Why? You don't want us to see how small your hog is?
No, my hog is huge.
He starts like revving it. The bartender who was revealed as Genital Jax's mother walks up wearing something very age inappropriate. Very low cut, high shorts. She looks like one of those greaser girls with her hair up.
Whoever cast her clearly had a crush on her 30 years ago.
She picks up a green handkerchief.
Was Hudson killed? It's just Hudson's corpse, or I don't know.
we can do that.
Is that my bird?
Oh, Judd, no.
What happened?
It's just a feather. He's still alive.
Personal.
Last thing I heard was 2 inches and then just blackness. I won't get revenge for that.
Rust is riding Tiffy with like a little helmet and everything, and he just sees Hudson hanging there, and he's like, "Ah!"
She holds Hudson Hawk up. You guys all know what
You'll
this is.
pay for that.
You guys know what this is about to signal. She looks at Chud, smiles, and winks. She doesn't really know whose pet this is. She drops the bird, signaling the start of the race.
Hudson, no!
All the competitors wait eagerly. As soon as the bird hits the ground, all 6 bikes take off. Up first is the Bros of Anarchy. Genital Jax is first. He aims his shotgun at close range straight at... Who insulted him? Oh, Tiffy. Tiffy,
I insulted him too. Like, literally, he tells us the rules not to destroy any motorcycles, and he's like, well, this motorcycle's gonna get it.
Actually, you know what? You guys are close enough at the starting block. He is not going to use a shotgun. He is going to take the battle axe off of his back, and he is going to swing at Tiffy. He rolled a 28. Genital Jax, right off the start line, takes the battle axe off of his back and swings it at the living motorcycle Tiffy. He makes solid contact in the back, in the less than normally armored back of Tiffy. It sinks into the metal. You see a little bit of electricity kind of come out. It does 15 points of damage to Tiffy.
Jesus, I'm almost dead.
And for his bonus action, he rages. So he gets super pumped off that hit. He's like, yeah, my dick's huge. Yeah. Next is the half-orc's turn. He is going to take out a shotgun. He's going to shoot at Team Bertrand and Lothario. He is going to take a shot. 8. Lothario does a 16 hit. Since you are in this, I'm going to say you have 3/4 cover. That's plus what to AC?
I think I forget, it's like 2 or something.
All right, so add 2 to your AC.
Okay, my AC's 18 then.
The shotgun round misses and bounces harmlessly off of the sidecar that Tiffy constructed.
Hey, that's not nice, man. We just got this, guy.
Yeah, next one's taking your head off, asshole.
Next is the third one. Smoothie.
Wait. Maybe you should try aiming 2 inches higher. Or something like that.
Hearing that 2-inch joke, Smoothie aims his shotgun at Lothario's vehicle, and he starts laughing, and he too misses with his shot.
Yes!
All right. Both vehicles go the maximum distance. It's pretty much neck and neck between all of you guys right now.
Dick, neck, and neck, but we probably have more neck.
Right? Tiffy, you are up.
Okay.
You're enraged because they just damaged or shot at your sidecar, right?
Correct. Going to cast suggestion on. I'll cast suggestion on Smoothie, and I can say.
Isn't Smoothie just Genital Jax?
I can do 1 or 2 sentence suggestion, and if they fail my saving throw of 15, wisdom saving throw of 15, then they follow that suggestion until it's complete.
He rolled a 19. Smoothie's like, you don't know, I read a lot of philosophy and shit. I got wisdom, homie. You don't know me. As he takes a meth hit on the bike.
Wisdom nuts.
Yay. Bonus action, I cast my spiritual weapon.
Okay, what form does the spiritual weapon take?
Giant mechanics wrench.
Giant mechanics wrench. I like that. Okay, we're going to say you place it. And now the giant mechanics wrench is not going to just hover along with you. You know what? Actually, I will say it is. It can keep up with the relative speed of its owner.
Sure. Yay.
Right. So we'll say it's traveling alongside your bike, but it can't travel too far. It'll have to stay within 10 feet of your bike.
Okay.
You could probably attack
Genital Jack.
Genital Jack. Okay, roll.
18 plus.
That hits. This giant spectral wrench appears in front of Genital Jax's motorcycle, swings for his helmet. He tries to avoid it. He swerves out of the way, but it still makes good contact with the side of his helmet. Genital Jax is dazed for a second. You would have done more damage if you had summoned a giant Genital Jax, if you know what I mean. Am I right, guys? Because I'm huge, right, guys?
You couldn't even do 2 points of damage.
Shut up over there, shut up!
He now has disadvantage. You are in his head on his next attack. Moving on, it is Chud's turn.
Okay. So are we all even, or is anyone ahead of anyone?
You are all basically even.
Okay. And we're all going how fast? Are we going pretty fast?
You guys are going 150 feet per round.
Okay. I would like to cast a spell on one of the Sons of Anarchy guys, whoever's closest to me, I guess.
Closest to you would probably be Ophi.
Okay. Ophi, I would like to try to cast the spell Blindness.
Okay, what do I have to roll?
You can blind or deafen a foe. I'm going to blind them. Choose one creature that you can see within range. The range is 30 feet. They make a Constitution saving throw. Constitution 15, it says.
All
If
right.
it fails, the target is either blinded or deafened.
He rolled a natural 1.
All right.
Immediately, Ophi's sight just goes out. He starts panicking. We're going to say that he's an experienced biker and he knows that he needs to immediately slow down. So, Ophi, until this is cured, how long does this last?
This says if it fails, the target's either blinded or deafened for the duration. Duration is 1 minute. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell ends.
Okay.
At higher levels, when you cast it, you can target one additional creature for each slot.
Remember that Tifi did make an upgrade to your motorcycle that meant that any spell you specifically cast would be cast optionally 2 levels higher.
Okay, so that's what I would like to try to do is blind the whole team.
Another natural 1. Okay, Smoothie immediately stops his motorcycle too. He's like holding his hand in front of his eyes like,
What's wrong? Ophi! Where are you, Ophi?
Genital Jax. No, Genital Jax rolled a 10. Genital Jax is now blinded as well.
Nice.
We solved your bike puzzle.
Yeah. All of you guys speed on.
Awesome. and I yell back there, you gone blind from playing with that tiny wiener of yours.
Man, if you could see it right now, it's huge. But you gotta look right now. Oh man, it's too late.
No. I would, but it's too far behind me. See you later.
Your 3 bikes just rush past.
I mean, like, they're blind. Can I do a sneak attack? Because they're
Yes.
blind.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now, do we want to hurt them anymore? I mean, I feel like...
Do you want to hurt
Listen to Lothario's heart. Keep in mind, they just attacked Tifi with an axe.
I
Tried to
Killed
shoot
my bird.
Tried to shoot you with a shotgun.
Yeah, but you know what? It's just I just feel so bad for him having such a small wiener.
Well,
Then don't attack him.
Then maybe you could.
Oh yeah,
roll-
the other guy, Smoothie, took aim at me, right? And because I made him laugh, he missed the shot. Yeah, you know what? Fuck that guy.
All right.
Fuck that guy.
Roll for attack.
I'm gonna roll for attack, and then well, again, will it count as a sneak attack? Like, will I get
Yes.
bonus?
Moving.
Well, I rolled a 20. You want to just skip to the?
Go ahead and roll damage. It hits. You only get 1 shot, but
So 16 plus 12, that's 28.
28 resistance. They raged, so it's going to be half that.
Okay.
All right. You have an incredible shot. It hits Juice right in the shoulder. You thought this would have ripped his damn arm off, but if for some reason this barbarian's skin was just tougher than usual,
Yeah.
and so instead the bolt just got firmly lodged into Smoothie's shoulder.
What the fuck? I can't see. They're shooting at us.
Nice shot, Lothario, my man. You know, there may be a job in my administration for a man of your talents.
And he rips.
What, snipers?
And I just nod knowingly.
That's scary.
No, for sharp dressers.
Well, we drive off as fast as we can.
Okay, you guys speed off. We're going to roll and see if they break the blindness. But before that, you guys see a slalom area of the course. There are several trees set up. Give me a general dexterity check. We're gonna, now, only a natural 1 would be disastrous. Everything else is manageable.
Okay, I rolled an 18.
Well, guess who rolled a natural 6 again? Just
Plus, what's your dexterity? And if you look into proficiencies, if land vehicles, are a proficiency of yours, you can add 3 to any roll for these next things.
What if I
so
am
14.
the vehicle?
TV, you get automatically land vehicle proficiency because this is your body now.
Oh, I have land vehicle proficiency too. 21.
Chud is like an ex-motorbike professional. None of this is paved. Ground during the slalom part is especially loose. Chud is kicking up dirt every time he makes a right or a left. It looks like Chud was a motorcycle champion his whole life.
I'm inspired by the loss of Hudson. I'm doing this for you, Hudson.
Tifi, the motorcycle transformer, what'd you get?
9.
9? TV actually loses a little bit of ground, so Chud is now firmly in the lead. He lost almost no time on that. Tifi, you lost a little bit of ground. You're still way ahead of the competition, but Tifi didn't feel safe making those turns at high speeds. He had to slow it down a little bit. Lothario.
I rolled a 14.
He didn't go through it as well as Tifi, but he sure as shit wasn't as big of a coward taking those turns either.
Yeah.
He looks back scoffing. Robot.
My body's going through changes.
You guys have
awkward.
You guys have made it through the slalom course. Top of the round. We're going to see if they break their blindness. 2. Smoothie does not break his blindness.
Try to ride blind.
Natural 20. Ophi immediately gets his side back. He's pissed. Revs his motorcycle and is gone.
Ophi can see.
Genital Jax rolled a 16 plus some. So Genital Jax also has his side back. He takes off right after Ophi.
Okay.
If they didn't make an attack at anyone, their rage is supposed to go away.
Yeah, they are no longer raging. They've been more terrified and confused by the blindness.
Awesome.
I would like to say,
Hey, Jax, it looks like you're falling behind. About 2 inches behind.
I told you it was cold! It was a minor illusion of seeing if you're really into me.
You're getting cold balls again.
Tiffy, you are up. We're going to say that you go to the next obstacle.
Yeah, I want to cast Bless on myself, Lothario, and Chud.
Okay, you guys are still within range. You didn't drop back that far, so okay. So all 3 of you are blessed. Right as Tiffy opens his eyes after casting this spell, he sees that there's a particularly thin part of the road. It's the part that curves against the mountain. If you fuck up, your bike will fall a significant portion. It's not a direct fall. Your bike would more likely just tumble down the side, but it would be very unhealthy to do that. As you guys approach, the width of the road goes from about 6 feet down to just 2. I need everybody to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
And add a 1d4 because you're blessed.
Nice.
Too blessed to be stressed.
Lothario, don't worry. You chose the best. I used to be quite the motorcyclist back in Queens, back in my day.
19. 15 plus 4.
The more you talk, the less I believe you.
I've been one of the most consistent politicians with the message for 40 years. I pull very well with people of your generation.
13.
You rolled 13 total? Okay.
13.
You made it, not just barely, because it was a relatively low DC. Bertrand's coming up. It's 2 feet wide. Bertrand, the last thing realizes,
oh no, our vehicle is wider than the road. What are we going to do?
thinks quick on his feet, and he's able to, because of Tiffy's mono wheel design, able to angle the bike in such a way that Lothario's one wheel is actually kind of riding a little bit vertical up on the side.
Lothario up in the air.
Oh, you have my vote if we left.
There are 2 things that I do well. Moderate diplomatic action and ride.
and you guys clear it.
I thought you were going to say, and survive.
And seduce ex-wives.
Chud.
That's my go?
All right, Chud, what did you roll?
18.
Chud, you, even though this thin part of the course, it doesn't have a lot of turns, so you just feel confident. As we said, you have established yourself as an expert motorcyclist, and you just speed right through it.
These are easier to ride than nightmare horses, y'all.
Bertrand did lose a little bit of time. Tiffy, you've actually caught up. It wasn't as good as Chud's.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
But you lost very little speed. We're going to say that Chud is in the lead, and Lothario and Tiffy are neck and neck. Genital Jax, on his turn, he gets to the slalom. We're going to see if he must be a little bit timid, or maybe he's given up, because he really does not attack the slalom portion of the course with much vigor. Ophi gets a turn. 8 plus dex, that would have passed. Ophi gets through it, but not well. You guys have exited the mountainous portion of the course. You guys are headed through a foresty portion of the course, but you guys notice up ahead, there's a large 180-degree turn coming up. You notice you wouldn't call it a mountain, but a hill. Roll me a perception check, all 3 riders.
16.
13.
13. All right, Chud, everything looks fine with this mountain. You just notice there's a bunch of boulders on top of it. None of the other bikers see, but you linger on this mountain for a little bit longer. You notice the boulders start to move. While everybody else has looked away, you keep your eye on it a little bit longer. You notice that boulder was actually a hill giant crouched over. He picks up a boulder, and 2 more stand up beside him, and they throw large rocks at your party.
I try to warn the party. I scream, "Look out, y'all! There's hill giants tossing boulders!"
Because you did that, they don't roll with disadvantage. Roll a dexterity check.
16.
17.
25.
If you guys had gotten below a 10 on that, it would have been an automatic disqualification from the race that would have wrecked your bicycle.
It would have crushed us.
Or me.
New mission, rebuild TV. We don't have the technology. We don't have the resources. Good
Would have
luck.
sent Tiffy to the mechanics.
I'm sorry, guys. We couldn't repair his voice.
Is there a way we can wake him up to repair himself?
Sorry, we couldn't repair his voice. Now he sounds like this.
We should have hit him with a boulder a long time ago. All 3 boulders miss. The 3 boulders crash. None of them are even close. You guys are able to see the boulders coming in. They're slow. You can see the giants wind up. It was the opposite of catching a high fly in baseball. You just had to miss it.
Gotcha.
You guys all did it. You guys lost no speed on that. So you guys
have to fight the hill giants, or can we race by them?
You can fight them. You can pull over.
I don't want to pull over. No, I speed up.
They're not close. If you have a range spell that you can flick at them, if you have a range spell that has over 120 max range, throw something at them. Meanwhile, the Bros of Anarchy are approaching the second obstacle, the thin portion of the mountainside. Genital Jax blows right through it. Yeah, I'm fucking badass at this and owning a huge cock. That's one of the things that Genital Jax is great at.
He's actually just used to like very narrow.
How far behind are they?
Narrow shafts.
I've never been comfortable on a wide road, if you know what I mean. Ophi rolls an 18. Ophi right behind him. We're going to see if Smoothie gets able to see again.
Not so smooth.
Smoothie, Constitution +3. No, he is Constitution 15?
15.
Yeah. Smoothie's able to see.
Okay.
Smoothie's off. You guys are rounding the bend.
How far behind us are they?
Unless you guys really fuck up, there's no way they're going to catch you.
But are they more than 120 feet?
Absolutely.
They're a full turn behind us.
Okay.
And then the second guy's 2 turns behind.
Can I still cast a spell to...
If there's anything that's weights there for them, because you guys are moving at 150 feet per round.
I want to try to cast something that would maybe obscure them from seeing those hill giants, and maybe the hill giants would toss a rock at them.
You want to do a fog spell? Go for it.
Yeah, I have a spell called Wall of Sand. You conjure up a wall of swirling sand on the ground at a point you can see within range. You can make the wall up to 30 feet long, 10 feet high, and 10 feet thick. It vanishes when the spell ends. The range is 90 feet, and the duration is up to 10 minutes. A creature is blinded while in the wall space. It must spend 3 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves there. So it doesn't damage them or like hurt their bike or anything like that. It just blocks their line of sight. Not their movement or anything. It just kind of blinds them as they fly through it.
Are you putting this up like perpendicular to the road?
I kind of wanted to do it like right as you turn the corner to the road. Like as soon as we turn around the corner and make it past those boulders, I want to cast the spell so that when they come around, they'll go right into the wall.
Okay, well, you can have it hold there. You're not going to be able to surprise them with it because you're too far ahead.
Okay.
But you can have it there so they have to make an extra dexterity check to
That's
miss.
great.
Okay?
Yeah.
We'll do that.
That'll work.
Chud, you don't know how far behind they are, but you know that you don't hear their motorcycles. But you know they're going to be coming up at some point. Chud raises a giant wall of sand behind him and cackles maniacally. Moving on.
Suck on that sand, boys.
Moving on to the next obstacle. You guys are speeding along. Now you've entered kind of a prairie. There's just flat land to your left and right. You really feel like you could open up your motorcycle. Everybody go ahead and roll me a perception check.
19.
23.
23. Chud is still in the lead, so Chud would see it first, though Tifi certainly sees it. Thario, you rolled a what?
9.
Rolled a 9?
Mine is actually higher because I have a +9 for perception, so it's 28 is my perception.
Chud, you see it way before you even get there. You notice some inconsistencies in the road. While this road looks flat, there's some darker spots in the sand, and with that perception check, you get the feeling that it would be not good to ride over those spots. You notice that there is a straight line, although it is thin. It's maybe like a foot wide, but if you could use with your eye, you can see if you followed that, there would be no. You wouldn't hit any of these spots.
I screamed to the rest of the party, "Watch out for the dark spots, y'all! Stay right behind me on this line."
Do you slow down or do you just keep going?
Does it look like I would need to slow down to avoid these dark spots?
There are no turns. However, you notice that just like before, it'd probably be a dexterity check if you wanted to stay straight and go maintain top speed. But you could slow down and easily do it.
I'll slow down.
Tifi swallows the Dandy's Candy's flying candy that he has stored in his mouth for just such an occasion.
Nice.
Tifi sees this and without thinking crunches down on this candy. He doesn't know how it tastes. He doesn't know that this is one of the sweetest, most delicious candies that was ever confected by a chocolatier. All he feels is his body becoming lighter. This motorcycle, it's no longer gaining traction. However, at the same time, almost in defiance of whatever laws of physics Tifi knows, he doesn't lose speed. He is able to control himself just as well in this flight form as he was on the ground. He knows magic's involved. He knows that he'll need to study the spell later. He finds it very interesting. So Tifi, you are flying. We're going to say you lose no speed on this. Chud, you slowed down. So at this point, we're going to say Tiffy has taken a slight lead over Chud. But Chud, you're right behind him. Lothario, you roll me a dexterity check.
19.
You're still in third place. You're not that far behind.
I'm in a cart, right? So it's Bernie who...
Yeah.
Don't worry, listen.
Bernard Tran.
It would be very difficult for somebody in a sidecar to avoid these look like traps. I don't know what kind they are. Let's be grateful we never could find out. I just hope that sweet Gertrude up there was able to see my sweet moves back there.
Don't worry, man. I'll tell her all about it. If you keep it, you make sure we survive this crazy thing.
Has she ever mentioned me before? This is probably a bad time to talk about. I said that she ever mentioned me before.
Once or twice.
Vaguely, in that she's had lots of husbands. You must have been one of them.
I was, correct. I was, as I'm shouting forward to the motorcycle in front of me. Yes, Mr. Robot Motorcycle.
Okay, next round. You guys actually have no idea what's happening with the rest. They're beyond sight now. With the sand wall up, you have no idea.
I don't know what's going on.
You guys think you're free. You're on the one of the last bends. You know that the course isn't that much longer. Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
26.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
And 26?
28, excuse me, because I have advantage.
You guys look up at this hill and you guys see a fenced area. Looks like pasture on an elevated area around this bend that you guys have to go around. Mm-hmm. It's at that point that those who rolled a high perception check see some movement up there. Matter of fact, you see some leather cuts, some leather vests up there, and you see a couple weapons.
Some of them Sons of Anarchy boys are up on that ledge, y'all.
Gertrude, roll me your perception check. You have a different, much higher vantage point. All right, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check, all of you racing.
I rolled a 16.
You rolled a 16? Okay, we're gonna handle this first. 18? All right.
Natty 1.
14.
Chud, you and Tiffy, you see there's an ambush set up ahead on this corner. It wasn't explicitly against the rules, so you notice that a bunch of the Bros of Anarchy have lined up with weapons, and they all stand up at the same time. You see 6 individuals pointing guns at your bike, but only 2 shots get off. One of them hits Chud for 4 damage, and one of them hits Tiffy for 3 damage.
Ow!
Gertrude, what she sees is sneaking up from her heightened vantage point. She can see sneaking up behind the bikers in their firing line, leaning up against the fits. She can see the Wakajaba sneaking stealthily up behind them. After the first 2 shots are fired, they realize they have to go now. Each of them sprints up and does a karate kick to the back of the bikers. 4 of the bikers who are hit by the 4 Wakajabas, and they go spilling over the fence and falling down the cliff over the side.
Awesome.
The other 4 surround the last 2 Bros of Anarchy and start gang beating them.
Thank
Doing
you,
some
Wakajabas.
Sweet martial arts moves.
Hey, it's the only time you'll ever need 2 hands, Jax.
I'm not at that part of the course. Did the ambush work? How could you hear me so well?
Your trap was a disappointment, just like your penis.
He's just crying.
I feel my life with a lie. Oh my God.
There you go, Jax. Tears are the best lubricants.
How can she hear the things that I'm saying? This is a motorcycle I'm on. It's very loud.
Nothing speaks louder than your need to overcompensate.
You just hear more sobbing.
Can I call Gertrude on my walkie-talkie while driving the motorcycle? I one-hand the motorcycle, I pick up the walkie-talkie. Hey, Gertrude, what happened with my wall of sand?
Genital Jax has stopped before the wall of sand and is now just in the fetal position with his motorcycle parked, crying. Ophi's just kind of like, hey, bro, come on, man.
Okay.
Not everybody can have a big hog. Come on, man.
Jax is having a breakdown?
Did she say that over the intercom or over the phone?
I assume over the walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the intercom
Still.
Jax is having a...
You guys are coming towards the last obstacle. This last obstacle is pretty easy. It is a huge jump over a pit. You guys are jumping 7 buses for this last one. If you guys want to do anything special style-wise, I'll go ahead and include that. If you guys just want to use a NOS, you will automatically make the jump.
Oh, I definitely want to use the NOS.
I'm already flying anyways,
Yeah.
but I'm going to use the NOS anyways.
The frictionless environment Tiffy finds himself in. It's the NOS, and Tiffy's basically across the finish line. Tiffy's won the race. However, Lothario and Chud, you see a big jump in front of you.
Okay. I want to hit the nos, but also cast levitate, and so that I can have my motorcycle spin in midair while flying across the gap, just to make it real Evel Knievel-y.
We'll say roll me a strength check. We're going to see acrobatics or athletics. I will take either.
15 with athletics.
Chud, it wasn't perfect. However, it was very impressive. You felt a little out of control, like when you started rotating the bike, you felt like maybe you bit off a little more than you can chew. However,
This was a bad decision.
most onlookers, unless they had slow motion and could see the look on your face, would think this is a very well executed and planned move. Chud lands because he's levitating and can kind of control his flight a little bit more, is able to land the motorcycle on its two wheels after doing its barrel roll.
A cow
without
can
danger.
fly, y'all. A cow can fly.
Chud crosses the finish line. Lothario.
Yeah.
Don't worry, mister. Don't worry, we're hitting the nos, Lothario.
Like, can I put my hand over the nos wedge? He puts his hand over the nos and we both look at each other together.
You guys do the Thelma and Louise,
Yeah.
where he puts his left hand up, you put your right hand up, you guys lock fingers.
And then no, briefly as we lock fingers, it turns into the logo for his new campaign. It becomes an ad. The camera pans out, and it's like, "Join me on the racetrack of life" or whatever.
Thank you. Lothario, I hope you don't mind, but I'm using this footage for a campaign ad.
Go for it.
Thank you. There are a few releases I'm going to make you sign.
And you push the button. Do you do anything, Bertrand? All the loose skin in his face is just folding back. If you could see through all that flapping skin, you would see the biggest smile an old man has ever had. Through his big goggles.
Just seeing him have joy brings me joy. I'd follow this man till the end of time.
Thank you. I could use your vote.
And the motorcycle lands.
Don't forget November 2020.
And you guys screech to a halt across the finish line. All the other bros of Anarchy, you don't know what happened, but they're thoroughly supporting you now. Their brother just lost a lot of street cred in their eyes, and you guys put on an excellent show. Smoothie and Genital Jax and Ophi walk with their tail between their legs up to you guys. Deal's a deal. Each of them throws you the keys to their hog.
Nice. Wow, that was some race, y'all. So exciting.
KB and the rest of the Waka Jabbas approach the finish line too. He sees Genital Jax. Oh, look at Little Dick Jax. You think it's cool to kill a Waka Jabba? He just kind of hangs his head. I owe you such an apology, man. I was trying to be my dad, man. And I am so sorry. To make it up to you, can the Bros of Anarchy, can we protect your club? Maybe we can work out a business deal. I've noticed you have no security. I figured maybe we could help, protect caravans going to your club. I just feel so bad, man. And he starts weeping openly in Ophi's shoulder.
This is what I like to see. Bringing people together. We did it through motorcycle racing and not meth.
Gentlemen, I have never seen diplomacy like this. All of you, when this is done, have offers to be in my cabinet.
That's beautiful. I really like one of those medal ceremonies like at the end of Star Wars 1.
We don't have time for that, but I promise you, you guys have earned a Star Wars medal ceremony.
Beautiful.
You could, Mr. Chud, you could be my secretary of motorcycle stunts. I truly appreciate what you did.
Thank you.
Tifa, you could be my minister of motorcycle robot hybrids.
Can I push big buttons when important things need to be pushed?
I like big buttons and I cannot.
Boom, 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 boom.
Lothario, you would be, of course, my fashion advisor. I would hear all of your advice, then ignore it, and wear something that was very disheveled.
I do have a question. You raced so well, I wonder if he earned Gertrude's love back.
I think there's only one way to find out.
Bertrand walks over to Gertrude. What is her reaction? When he grabs her hand, he grabs her hands in front. What is Gertrude's reaction?
I've missed the feeling of that jelly hand. Well, here's the advantage to a lot of loose skin. You can kind of mold it into whatever you need.
And he pulls his face into Brad Pitt's.
He grabs the back of his head.
That was the first time I've seen Sara Lee look disgusted on this podcast.
So what do you say, Gertrude? Will we spend the night in my room in the battle barge tonight? After, of course, I craft a letter to Jane, letting her know of our new status in our relationship.
I'll agree to enter the room, but I make no promises of what will happen next.
I am a wonderful negotiator. I just need you to walk into the room with an open mind. I will handle the rest. I've had a consistent sexual message for 40 years. Does that sound like a lovely evening to you?
And you're not touching me? Perfect. I'll read to you, baby.
Gertrude's heart grew 2 sizes today.
Huzzah!
It grew 2 inches?
It grew 2 inches today.
Mr. KB, how about you get together with some of your friends from the Bros of Anarchy, And how about you get my battle barge running up with those wands you guys have? It should be up in 20 or 30 minutes, right?
Yeah, I think that's about right. Gentle Jack, stop sobbing.
Yeah, I think we can do it in like that time. I have a lot of growing to do inside.
Hey, no hard feelings, Jax. Look, I think it's time for us to all celebrate. We're all one big group now. And I cast Skyrite in the air and just put 2 inches is big enough. And then I put some prestidigitate some fireworks and some music comes on like in
Genital
Return
Jax
of the Jedi with the Ewoks.
tries to hide his sobbing but runs inside the clubhouse and you just hear more crying and his mother consoling him.
Lothario,
Yeah?
I'm still flying motorcycle for a little bit. Want to hop on?
As long as it's not a fetish or a kink for you, I'm in.
And I reincarnate Hudson and he jumps up. True love brought me back. And he flies off with them.
You know what? This is the happy ending the podcast needed. This is done. Into the adventure. As the camera pans out, the Waka Jab is dancing. You hear sobbing coming from the clubhouse, and you hear an old man saying, "Hubba, hubba, hubba, hubba."
Oh my God.
Come here, Mrs. Gertrude. Gonna get laid tonight. Gonna hear statistics.
And that is where we're going to end our episode for today. That was a fun one.
So fun.
We don't need all those other cast members. Clint Beiser, where can they find you?
You can find me on the internets.
Oh, that's good.
We actually are getting tweets now. So, I mean, like, they found Dave. He just had to challenge them.
I dare you to find me, and then something will happen.
Yeah.
Will you build a treehouse for the first person who finds you? This would be the most easily gained treehouse in Twitter history.
If
Dude,
you
can
have,
that be a Patreon? Like, can we have a
have the
ridiculous,
money
like,
for it.
$10,000 Patreon? And it's like, we'll build you a treehouse.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Like, roughly, how much would it cost in materials alone?
Yeah.
in materials alone, depending, like the style of tree houses I used to build, like $30,000.
There we go. Done.
Dude, let's have a $50,000 Patreon.
Jesse Egan, where can people find you?
At Jesse Egan Comedy on all social medias. Check me out.
Salvador Viesca, where can people find you?
Wherever Jesse Egan's at.
Right outside Jesse Egan's house as he sleeps.
The Salvadorable on Instagram and Salvador Viesca V on Twitter. It's probably easier on Instagram to find me.
You post great animal videos and pictures. Like, again, how many times has the dodo posted a video of a cat peeing in a toilet?
They've yet
0.
to. I think they're waiting for me to compile a few more minutes worth, and then they'll just put some like happy music to it.
Sara Lee, where can they find you?
At Sara Lee Magic. Although after that SNL skit about Sara Lee bread, I might change my username.
You
Sara
stole...
Lee inbred.
Caleb Cleveland can be found at Caleb Is Drawing. Do yourself a favor and buy his game, Kids on Bikes. It is incredible. And buy his book, The 1, 2, 3s and ABCs of D&D. And Dave Kellens, find him at Sharkadile. We had a fan reach out to him and take him up on his offer to get a drawing done, but...
That's why he's hiding from us now.
Yeah, he quit the show because now he has to draw something. And I have been your Dungeon Master, Damian Mercado. You can reach out to me as well as the show at awfuldnd on Instagram and Twitter. Go ahead and submit character ideas for the show. And we would love it if you left us a 5-star review and a comment on iTunes. It helps this podcast find other people and helps us reach the masses with nerdy goodness. All right, well, thanks for listening, everybody. This has been a real fun one. Thank you for listening, and thank you for playing. Later, nerds.